Okay, let's figure out why men lost the ability to talk.
So I'm on a date right now, and have men just lost the ability to ask questions? Like, I have asked this man probably 30 to 40 questions in the entire time span that we've been on this date. He has not asked me one. I know every single thing there is to know about him. He has not asked me a single question. I'm literally in the bathroom right now, I'm fully stalling because I just don't want to be here anymore. But what is going on? Why do men have the full inability to not ask women questions about themselves? What? It's crazy. And he's older too. He's in his 30s, and it's come on, babe.
Now, this is not the first video that I've seen about this topic. Actually, I follow a girl named Tinks, and she posted a video about this, I would say a couple months ago at this point. So I knew that I wanted to cover this topic eventually because I've seen a lot of other women talk about this on TikTok.
Okay. So I have a princess vibes already from this girl. She already wants to put blame on someone else. It's not her, has nothing to do with her. It's particularly this guy. And men in general, they lost ability to talk to women. Well, I can say for sure that this guy is interesting and valuable. And you know why I know this? Because girl like her, who's being attractive and young, will ask 30 or 40 questions, ugly, poor, cringe guy. So there is no way that this guy is bad looking or cringe or poor. There's no way. He has to be a good man, for sure. Now, the question is why didn't he ask her a single question? How is that possible? She's attractive, right? Well, I can maybe surprise some girls, but guys care not only about looks. Yeah, the beauty is number one in the checklist of guys, right? We love attractive women, that's for sure. But there's other things that is very important and valuable for a man. For example, respect. If she disrespects him in some kind of way, he will not like it. That's why he maybe is not going to ask her a single question, because he's thinking okay, let's just finish this date. I don't like her. That could be a possibility. Since we cannot see that guy, we don't have any other videos, but I suppose one of the reasons why he didn't ask her a single question, because he simply doesn't like her. And what is surprising to me, and I would like to talk about it in this video, is just why women put the blame immediately on the man. Just literally why. If a man come up to a girl and he ask her something, he just want to know her, so he say hi and say something, and let's say she rejects him. Guess what the first thing that gonna be in the head of the guy? Oh, maybe I said something wrong, or maybe I look at her wrong, or maybe I'm bad looking, or maybe she has a bad mood. Guys will always think what did I do wrong? And girls, they do the opposite. They immediately put the blame on him or on the man in general, which is insane, because there's so many things that this girl could fuck up on this date. For example, she could get late 30 minutes later. Well, I would be mad. I wouldn't like that. I would see that as disrespect. Maybe she's asking some questions that he doesn't want to even talk about. Let's say she asking him about parents, and let's say his mom died or something like that, and he let her know, by his face expression, he doesn't want to talk about it, and she's like, come on, let's maybe talk about this topic. So she's moving into direction, is hypothetically, I'm just hypothetically saying, about something that he doesn't like. And girls doing it a lot. When the girl come over, when the guy come back home from his job, then women start to talk about what happened during a day, like some stuff that guys don't find interesting, and she continuously keep telling him things that he doesn't want to listen to. So that could be the case as well. Or maybe she put a lot of filters on her social media, so she looks one way, and when she came to the date, she looks totally different. That could be the reason too. Or maybe she just show her interest of his money. Let's say she start talking about his car or his expensive watch or something else. That might be a red flag too. Or she do some other stuff, like maybe she say some bad things to a waitress, being rude, or maybe she's being like negative towards her friend and say some shit about them. There could be a lot of reasons. There's no need to talk about all of them, but what I'm just saying, it's interesting to me how girls don't even try to look up for themselves. They just put the makeup. If she's attractive, she think like, I did my job, that's it. No, it's not. If you want a like serious relationship, it's not. Yeah, it's very good that you're beautiful, it's number one need, but it's same like guy says, well, I made money, and then he has such big belly, she's like farting, he's being toxic and negative to waitress and to people around. What will a girl think about such man? Maybe in the beginning she think, oh, he's rich, very nice, but then in her eyes he will drop, right? Because of his attitude. Same thing happens with men. When men look at a woman, and let's say she's 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but when he starts to talk to her and she gives him toxicity vibes or chaos maker, like guys like peace, and she creates chaos, that's not what we want. That's not what we're looking for. So my point is just girls need to pay attention more to their behavior and to think about what men wants, instead of just putting blame on them. Oh, he doesn't have skills to talk. Come on, like if you ask him 30 questions, he can simply just redirect the question. Let's say you ask him, what film do you like? Do you like, right? And he answer you, give you the answer, and then he can redirect very easily. What about you? So if you ask him 30 questions, you don't need to have a big brain to redirect some of those questions to you. Obviously, that guy was not just interested in this woman, and she just need to accept it and then figure out why he didn't like her. But obviously, that's not what she's gonna do. And let's see if Cortney Ryan maybe point out this issue.
This revolves around communication skills, the increase in isolation and lack of human connection that so many of us are experiencing, and it's just continuing to get worse, to be honest. I think communication skills are one of those things for a lot of people that need to sort of be worked on and practiced. It doesn't always just come naturally to everyone. Something that would go hand in hand with this would also be nervousness or anxiety, a sort of social anxiety. I know a lot of men who have commented on my channel before have expressed this feeling of anxiety or social anxiety, not just with women, but I think in social situations in general. And again, I do think that this is something that is continuing to get worse as we move towards isolation and move further away from community and human-to-human interactions. I think a solution here for a lot of people would be to be really honest with yourself and make sure that you are not isolating yourself and you're not being a hermit.
My God, that's a bullshit. It's like if you have a root of problem and you just trying to treat symptoms, you're not trying to find the real problem. Same thing happens here. Instead of focusing on the current example of this woman, Courtney Ryan decides just to talk about overall situation with dating and with the fact that people lose their social skills, which is true, 100%. We're being technology develops, we talk on social medias, we don't go out as much. That's an issue. But in particular situation, that woman, that guy didn't like that girl, and that's it, period. That girl needs to analyze herself, what she's doing wrong, why this type of guys don't like her, or like specifically why in this situation that guy didn't like her. But instead, let's talk about some problems that exist in the world. Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't think we need to go further because I already said my main point. We obviously, as a man, see the issue, and the issue in this situation is in this woman. They should learn to accept the fact that she could be rejected. That's okay. We guys are used to this. We're used to this. We're being rejected all the time. Well, I think the girls should need to learn to be rejected too. There's nothing bad about it. You know, we all have some flaws. We're not perfect, and that's fine when somebody will reject you. Maybe he's not going to tell you exactly, but by his behavior, you can see that. Same as like as we guys, like if I come up to a girl and start to talk to her, then I look at her expression. If I ask her questions, she doesn't respond, she doesn't have eye contact, you think I'm gonna continuously be standing and asking her question? Oh, maybe this, maybe that? No, I'll be like, oh, okay, and I go away because I see by her face expression and by the fact that she's like ignoring me that I should not keep talking to her. So girls, just learn simple lesson that guys already know. And I think that's the biggest issue for attractive women, because unattractive girls probably understand it too, but attractive girls, for some reason, it's very hard lesson for them that they cannot learn. Okay, that was my reaction video. I see you in upcoming videos in the future. Bye bye.